Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a recreational set, which I actually don't do quite often, and I definitely should, because sometimes I get massive creator block and then I'm running out of ideas to do and I'm just struggling, and it's okay to recreate people's designs. As long as you give them credit, it's absolutely fine. I feel like I really try and always do my own, but it's absolutely fine to recreate. So today is going to be one of those. So we're recreating a nail design made by Votino on Instagram. So I follow his account, and he does literally the best nail designs on this planet, and he's recently started to show how he does them, and he does really cool Instagram videos I love watching. And I came across one of his nail designs that I just fell in love with, and I just couldn't help but recreate it. And for his nail design, he did his in green, but we're today going to do it in more of like a bluey shade, a bit more of like a me color. And he also does everything pretty much by hand when it comes to nail art. However, today I've decided to incorporate different techniques to make my life easier, make it quicker. Hopefully that way it's also much more recreatable for you guys too, because doing it by hand can be quite difficult and tricky. So being able to put in some different tools like stamping and stickers and stuff can really help you guys be able to recreate it much more easier and quicker, especially if you're doing it on a client. Of course, you want to try and be as quick as you possibly can, but still create the nicest designs possible. So with our base colors, we've got 3 nails that are nude and 1 like this baby pink color. Unfortunately, quite a lot of today's video is going to be a bit, I'll be like cutting out and I'll be back in shot. I was literally having shaky hand syndrome today. It was bad, and I don't know why. I didn't have any energy drinks, I didn't have any coffee or anything to have shaky hands, but I was struggling and I don't know why. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to be cutting in and out, but I'll explain absolutely everything that we're doing. So here I am doing like this half circle that's kind of upside down, and then we're going to coloring the bottom part of that nail, and we're going to do this nail twice. So we're doing it on this nail and one more, but I always only show you guys the one and I do the other one off camera, so this one is going to be one of the ones that I snip out. There we go. So we've got 2 here, and I've already applied the second layer as well, and it's all nice and cured. And the other 2 are also going to be the same, but those are going to be hearts that one half of the heart is on one nail, the other half of the heart is on the other nail. So this is probably the most trickiest part of it all, in my opinion. I find it quite hard to get the heart shape as similar as possible to both sides, because you want it to be as similar as you possibly can, especially as when you press the 2 nails next to each other, you kind of want it to literally look like a split image. But there's no worries, it doesn't have to be identical, just give it a go. Feel free to wipe any areas away, recorrect it, you know. Don't rush, just really give it your time and effort, because this nail design really deserves it. As you can see, this video is 20 minutes long, even though I've already cut out a lot of it out. And yeah, so here I'm just going to colour in the heart that we've just drawn. I'm also going to do 2 layers of that, and I'm going to do it on both of those nails, and then I'm going to pop it into the lamp. So once it's out of the lamp, we've got quite a lot of stamping. I'm bringing out my Manuology, what is it, like a plaid designed kind of stamping plate, and this is going to literally be a game changer for today's nail design. That's pretty much, yeah, I feel like the heart is the hardest to do by hand, and then the rest of it, I think it's just downhill really. This stamping plate has literally been the most picked up ever since I got it. I always knew I wanted a plaid stamping plate, but since I got it, I didn't realize how much I actually needed it in my life until I got it, and I just constantly picking it up for Christmassy nails. I'm sure for autumn that would have been a really nice kind of nail stamping plate to have too, but using more of like autumny colours. So if you do not have it, you need to pick it up. It doesn't have to be the Manuology. You can pick up a Clear Jelly one, you can pick up any other company that you want if you're not into Manuology, or you can't grab, put your hands on one. Do have a look. I am in the UK, so for all of my UK girlies out here, I will have a link in the description where you can grab it. So I've been trying and searching high and low where to get it, and there's this website called What's Up Beauty, or What's Beauty, I can't remember, but they are in the US too, but they do ship it to the UK, which is amazing, and you can pick up some Manuology that way. So that's what I've done. You can, I think shipping can be a little bit expensive. I think it's £6 for non-tracked, and then about 10 or 11 pounds for tracked, but if you're kind of been dying to get some Maniology, I'd kind of recommend to save your coin a little bit and just do a one big order and pick up everything that you want. So I like to do tracked just because where I live in a flat complex, and unfortunately packages like to be stolen around here, so I make sure I get mine tracked. So quickly with the stamping polishes, I've noticed I didn't show them. So with the Maniology stamping plate, it's M267 it looks like, and then I'm using my MoYou London stamping polishes. So the one I'm using right now is called Blue Jay from MoYou London, and they have, how big is this, 9 milliliters. And then the sparkly stamping polishes that we are going to use in a second is called Follow Your Dreams, which is so pretty. I literally love these two together. So as you can see, there's a lot of stamping. We are stamping across all of the blue areas of our nails, so don't worry about going outside of the lines, because it's very easy to correct. It's just a stamping polish, so it doesn't cure under the lamp. You don't need to, you know, go crazy about, you know, making sure it's perfect. Don't worry about it. Just grab yourself a little lint-free wipe, add some acetone, and just wipe around it. You can also use a brush to go around where you've placed. I didn't actually pick up a brush, I just did a lint-free wipe and folded it a few times and just used the corner of the lint-free wipe to, you know, clean up around the nail. So I'm just going to place that again, and just to also a little tip, if at any moment you pick up something you don't want off your your jelly stamper, make sure you never put acetone on it. I've done it on my clear jelly stamper. Do not do it. This stamper is from MoYou London actually, so I recommend this one a lot. It's very nice. Now that I'm using it, I love it. And when you pick up something on your stamper that you don't want, use a lint roller. I use my lint roller. I picked mine up from IKEA. I live really close to an IKEA, so I always pick one up from there, and they're super affordable. It's just a lint roller, and they also last you a very long time. Really recommend it. Otherwise, I don't actually know if there's anything else you can use. You can use maybe some sellotape, but that's just very kind of, you know, messy, I guess, and you end up using a lot, and I don't know how that would work really, but I like to use a lint roller. Literally works like a charm, which you saw actually a minute ago, me just picking something up that I didn't like. So I'm just going to finish up now, very last time, with this Blue Jay color from MoYou, picking it up, and here on this full nail we had to double stamp, and with this stamper, it's the easiest thing on the planet. Once again, highly recommend. I've mentioned in one of my recent videos, but I'll mention again, there will be a video coming up soon. I just need to work on filming it still. I've got it all planned, I just need to film it, so that shouldn't take too long, and that one hopefully will be out sometime soon. But it's just going to be probably a series of videos around stamping, any tips and tricks that I have learned over my time of stamping now, and any product recommendations for beginners, and doing some reverse stamping, layered stamping, all of that stuff. So if you're into stamping and want to learn more, just please stick around. It's coming, and I cannot wait to film them, because I think stamping has just been such a great game changer for me, really. I just love it, and the nail designs you create is great. I just really love it, and I wish that everyone loved it, and I'm just really trying to show you guys how amazing it is. So I know that some people are against it, and don't get me wrong, I used to be against it the first time I brought some stamping polishes and plates. I actually did a video the first time I tried, and I was horrible, and now look at me, I'm doing pretty much a full set of nails with stamping. So this video will probably come out on Wednesday, which is going to be my stamping Wednesdays. Usually for those days I want it to be strictly a stamping set. You know, there can be some nail, like hand nail art, some crystals, but I want it to be focused around stamping, which I believe today's set pretty much is. We're really focusing on the stamping today. So here is that beautiful glittery stamping polish. When you stamp it down, you can't actually see as much, so you probably don't really need this color in particular. You could just use a slightly different shade of pink. I mean, blue. It's blue, not pink. It's all up to you. Like I always say, I like to shop on sale sections. You can always get so much more for your money, and about 80% of my MoYou products are from the sale section, and that way I'm able to pick up more products, and it's so much cheaper. So do wait for these Black Friday sales. For, I don't know, Boxing Day sales are probably going to be the next one after the Black Friday that just been. So do kind of stick around for those. Those are so helpful for us girlies on a budget. We can't always afford all of these amazing products that are so expensive, and especially with MoYou, it is constantly bringing out sales, like non-stop all year round. There's probably maybe a month or a few weeks that they don't, and they bring out new things, and there's always a sale going on. So, you know, don't feel pressured to instantly buy. You just stick around, wait a little bit. I do try and upload videos whenever there's a sale, like a haul video to show you guys the current stuff on sale, but sometimes they come out a bit too late, and yeah, and then by the time I actually get it out, unfortunately the sale is over, which is so frustrating. Sometimes I get it on time, sometimes I don't, but hopefully even though it's, you know, past, you guys can still just keep a note of the colours you liked from the video, and then next time they have a sale, you can grab yourself one. Sometimes these websites also do kind of email subscriptions, so you can actually get an email sent to you when there's a sale, which is also very, very great. So we're finishing up with the stamping shortly now, just the very last one on that full cover nail. And then we can crack on with the rest of today's nail design. It says a lot going on, but it's a very effective nail design. It just does take some time. So if you guys are recreating, you do have to set aside maybe an hour or two to create today's design. But like I said, doing it with the stamping is so much easier, and it saves me so much more time. If I had to do this by hand, oh goodness, I would be here for another extra 2 hours probably, because I'll be so trying to make it so perfect, trying to make the lines as straight as possible, and I am not the best at straight lines, as you all probably know. I always have to go off camera and fix it up a million times, so stamping is definitely the way with today's design. So just quickly as well with the nail design, off camera I did apply additional, like a darker shade of blue, semi bent line above the stamping on the left nail and on the right nail that we've got on our little holder for our little nails. I did that off camera once again, shaky hand syndrome today. I had to do it off camera. So I'm just applying some matte top coat. I'm using my Venalisa matte top coat, love that to death, amazing. I'm going to pop it into the lamp, and then we've got some Glitterbels and believable gels to use. So because they cure tack free, I really wanted to use it in the nail design because I really wanted that mixture between the like the glossy and the matte. So we do kind of switch around a little bit on Votino's image. He kind of, I know we don't. Not really, actually. No. So he does use some white and he does use some gold. So that's what we do today as well. So I've got some gold from Glitterbels, Unbelievable Gels, which I actually don't pick up often. You guys always see either the white or the black, but yeah, we've got some gold today. They do really nice gold, silvers, rose gold as well. So pretty. They do like a rainbow one too, so do check them out. They're really nice stuff. Love them, and you don't have to be a professional to buy them, which I find to be quite common with nail art gels recently. I feel like every time I see some, they seem to have to be qualified, which is so frustrating. But now we are outlining everything with the gold, pretty much everything. I've picked up some of my little container here. I actually got clear acrylic in there, and I'm trying to use it so I can actually not have shaky hands, and it did help a little bit. So I'm sorry for the ugly background now that we've got going on, but it was just the only way I could keep my hands in shot without shaking uncontrollably. So I'm just going to outline here. It's probably might look tricky, but it really isn't. As long as you've got good control around your brush, you will be just fine. And this nail art brush literally goes with me everywhere. I do everything with this nail art brush, which it's so funny because I do have way more, but this one seems to be the most picked up nail art brush for me. I just feel like I've got this one so under control that yeah. But when I do straight lines, I probably should pick up my most longest brush because those work the best. So I will have to try that next time because honestly, it's starting to get a bit ridiculous. So hard to do straight lines. But yeah, so outlining all of the lines we've done. So even with this darker shade of like a purpley blue, we're also going to outline the top and the bottom part of it. Yeah, so we're doing that on all of those, excluding of course the full cover plaid nail. That one does not require anything. That one's going to have some crystals later on. Same with the crystal placement. It's not a full recreation on that end, unfortunately. I don't actually have a lot of blue crystals, and I prefer to use some opal for today's nail design. I felt like that kind of fitted in nicer for me, so that's why we're going to use those. With recreational sets, you don't always have to go fully recreational. Don't feel pressure as well to have a full recreational, especially when a client comes in and asks, you know, for a specific nail design. Don't feel that you need to do it 100% the same, because even with today, I feel like it looks just great, and it wasn't a 100% recreation. I did do my little twist of a different colour and some slight different crystal placements. So I'm just going to finish up with the gold. Those cure tack free, like I said, and they need a minute in the lamp. So make sure you do that. The amount of times I've done 30 seconds, and I went to wipe the nail, and half of the nail art design that I've just placed down with the unbelievable gel just went flying off, so don't do my mistakes. But this gold is gorgeous, sparkles so nicely. So like I said, yeah, once we're done, pop into the lamp for 60 seconds. We have one more nail art, two more actually to do with the white. So we're going to do this frosty snow effect on the heart, which I'm quite excited to do. And we're also going to do a snowflake, which is super easy to do as well. Having some nail art gel will help you a lot when it comes to nail art, just because they're more pigmented. I feel like you've got more of a control. They're a bit more thicker, so it doesn't kind of float everywhere when you, for example, use normal gel polish. Some of them can be quite liquidy, they end up floating everywhere, and this gel just stays intact in one place. So here we're going to do one line going from the center upwards, then 2 lines coming from either side, and then here I'm just going to do 2 more lines just coming from the sides, and this is going to be a snowflake. So for me, I actually did the snowflake quite large on the picture from Votino. He's done his quite small and delicate. He was kind of working on an actual, like, looks like a different size tip and stuff, but yeah, I kind of went for a go big go home kind of snowflake. So once again, no pressure to do it this big. You don't have to do it this big. So we're going to do these little triangles over here, connecting all the lines that we've created. And then once you've got your little triangle, you want to do 2 lines on either side of the lines the lines that are sticking out. I don't know how to explain this. There we are, this bit. 2 lines on either side. There we are, and on the rest as well. So you want to recreate this exact snowflake onto the other nail as well. So we've got basically one self-repeating nails, and the hearts are basically repeating, even though it's kind of like flipped. So I will do the other one off camera for you guys, so I'm not, not too long of a video. It's already 20 minutes. I can't remember the last time I've done a 20-minute video for a nail art design. So, this one was a big one. But I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's, it's a fairly big nail design. There's honestly a lot going on. So once that's done, pop into the lamp, 60 seconds once again. And then we've got the heart. I will only show you, I think, me doing one heart. And yeah, so there we go. I've done a bit off camera again. So you want to outline again with the white next to the gold, not over the gold, just next to it. And then once you're happy, you're just going to do these long kind of triangular things coming out from the side of the heart, and you want to do some long ones, some short ones, and then once you're happy, you want to sprinkle on some clear acrylic. So we're almost doing that sweater vibe where people sprinkle on the clear acrylic, just because I don't want it to be shiny. I wanted it to be matte, just like I think Votino had it like that. I can't remember now, but it kind of gets rid of the shininess, and it does give that 3D effect. So that's how I'm going to leave it, and I'm just going to sprinkle on the clear acrylic. And you want to sprinkle on the clear acrylic until it stops being shiny. That's when you know the gel had enough. It's fully coated. There's no need to sprinkle anymore. And then pop it into the lamp for, since the Unbelievable Gel cures for 60 seconds, I did, I think, 1 minute, 30 seconds. There we go, 2 of them are done. So now it's time for crystals. We're almost there, guys. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. It's so long. So now it's quickly the crystal placement. So on the 2 hearts, it's going to be identical. We are playing about some opals, which are already pre-prepared in the background. Beautiful opal crystals. I get mine from AliExpress. Super affordable, so pretty. I love these. I love opals so much. So we're just going to do a standard big crystal in the center, and then the further away you're getting on the sides, the smaller of a crystal you want to use. And we're keeping it strictly right at the top. I like to call this placement like a tiara placement. It makes me feel like a little tiara right at the top of a nail. And we are also going to chuck on some caviar beads. So I'm only going to show you this one. I'm also going to place some crystals on the full played nail, but it's just a simple right at the top crystal placement, nothing too crazy. I'm not quite even sure if I ended up keeping that in the video, but at the end, if you wanted to pause it, take a snippet or a picture of what it looks like, so if you ended up recreating it, you can know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll also have Votino's Instagram down in the description, so you guys can have a look at what exactly he did. And if you wanted to look at the other stuff that he makes, because it's amazing, honestly, go check it out and follow him. It's great stuff down there, great stuff. And if there's any other nail designs you want me to recreate, whether it's from him or anyone else, let me know. Whether it's on Instagram, just tag me in the pictures that you're looking at or anything, and I'll do my best to create videos and recreate them for you. So I'm just going to finish it up pop into the lamp, and here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. It's a big, long video, so if you made it to the end, what should we do? Pop a blue heart in the comments so that I know you are an OG. You are watching right to the end, and I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.